Hey traders, welcome to another edition of Crypto Lab with Alex, featured by Trading Analysis. As usual, we are going to review a little bit of a macro charts just to see the environment, and then we will switch, of course, to a crypto total market cap, Bitcoin, Ether, and then we will look some of the crypto charts maybe you would like us to see. You can leave your comments and requests on the chat box, and I will join that chat box after we finish the overall review. So, what are the news? The news basically is that we have a next week Fed meeting. Today it was the ECB, which hiked 50 basis points. I think back from 2011, they didn't hike. So of course, the euro dollar reacted on the upside. So that was basically a first rate hike in a 10, 11 years. And of course, the CPI in Europe went far beyond, I would say, the timing that the ECB had to react. There behind the curve much more than US. We will see what will happen of this after this 50 basis increase. Europe, of course, is in much more difficult situation economically because of the Russian-Ukraine conflict. And of course, Fed, I think, is in much better position if they want to continue to moving rates on the upside. Fed meeting next week, 75 basis point move on the upside is almost guaranteed. There has been rumors of a full 1% hike, but of course, Jerome Powell made a stop on that rumors, and he basically said that Fed will most likely hike 0.75 basis points. Markets are moving on the upside. SMH and NDX or Nasdaq, which are basically the main drivers of the Bitcoin and has a good correlation with it, are driving prices on the upside. This is a terminal low? We still don't know, and I will discuss this a little bit. So let's go to charts. Let's look US 10-year yields. Let me just glare that for you. So still, we are moving sideways in rates. Of course, market will wait the next Wednesday, and it will react after the Fed meeting. This technically looks most likely like a small triangulation. We might have one more pop on the upside, but I do think that rates, looking all of these commodity prices, which are made some pullbacks, but still, I think we are not at the highs that we were, especially in soybean, corn, oil, net gas, and a couple of others, especially also copper. So this will be transmuted in the figures of inflation in the next couple of weeks. So I do see Fed going to potentially a small pause or a smaller hikes in the next meetings, and I do see pause in rates on the upside coming very soon, either from here. That will be marked by the decisive five-way move on the downside. We still don't see that, so we have to be cautious just a bit until the Fed meeting is actually done, and then we will review on the next Crypto Lab how did it unfold. I potentially do see this as a potential triangle and a small pop-up before a reversal in reversal. In Europe, of course, the 10-year bond was announcing a moving of the ECB rate hikes very soon from this kind of a humongous channel in 40 years of deflationary movement and the rates moving lower. We have something which we usually call a breakout of a longer term channel and impulsive wave on the upside. This character definitely fits the image of the wave 3 of 3. We are still making some consolidation here, but I do see potentially a probability much more than before of a full five-way swing forming on these 10-year bond yields. We're going to have correction afterwards, but then if you have a five-way move and you don't have anything which resembles a flat that can be still part of a correction, you have to anticipate that at least you're going to have an ABC pullback on the upside. So after the pullback, we should anticipate a little bit more upside in these rates after this consolidation. Depends how deep this consolidation actually unfolds, we could anticipate one more move in a different form in the 5 waves, or it can be also in a diagonal way. Depends how this correction will unfold, but most likely we're going to see after a pause more rates on the upside in the months to come. If we inspect dollar index, dollar is pulling back, and this pullback is not so significant. Of course, euro moving up is a part of dollar index. Euro represents 57% in these 5 currencies that actually makes the dollar index. I still don't see this as a sign, or we still don't see this as a movement which has a full 5 waves to the downside. So I still have this as a wave 4 and 5, a little bit a corrective pullback still on the upside. If we go below this 101 in a 5 wave manner, then potentially we can even displace this wave 4 and 5 and then actually anchor this on the levels that I was looking to be a little bit more modest than the original target around 112, 110. Okay, so we will see. I don't like to make, I mean, I did make a couple of calls, which luckily has unfolded in some of the commodities, but we had a strong fib levels matching couple of time frames and couple of intermediary and primary counts. So in this case, in dollar, I will be more modest and I will wait 5 wave move to the downside. Passing this previous wave 4 to actually start to think that the dollar reversal has started. So for now, I still don't have this as a warning sign. We are just trading around. So potentially this will be just a wave 4 consolidation before we, after a pause, we move and actually hit this 110, 112 on the upside, which I think definitely will be the last levels for dollar index before a modest correction to the downside in one form or the other form. So Thomson Commodity Reuters Index has been moving lower. We did observe that after a couple of months of tracking this CRB index. And if you see the chart, 5 wave move on the upside definitely looks done. This is some type of a corrective pullback, which also can take a serious serious changes in different forms, in a sense of unfolding for a couple of weeks or even a few months. So series of the events also could play out in a sense of inflationary move lower, rates moving lower. Also, we are at summer as some of the consumption is decreasing. So I still don't think that we are going to see a new high from here. I do think that this is a beginning of a larger correction, which will take a time to unfold. So also we can see that in oil chart. This is a Brent crude. I'm not gonna, as I said last time, abandon my bullish wave count. I do see this just as a correction within the borders for now that we were looking for the last couple of months. And for now, I still don't see a reason to mark this as a complete 5 waves on the move on the upside. So I'm going to observe how this correction unfolds. For now, we have only 3 waves to the downside. This can still morph into a longer term triangle. It can go an ABC X ABC, something more modest, back down to 85. So let's observe this. Still early for any conclusions. And I will not call this definitely a reversal or a longer term reversal, so I should change my overall longer term wave count. Net gas, on the other hand, is moving on the upside after a nice pullback down to 5. We are at 783. I will say the same for net gas. I will not anchor this wave 4 here. You remember also a couple of crypto labs. We will looking for a reversal in net gas from this 10.03, which happened pretty nicely. And I did made my thesis that wave 4 will be a little bit more complex, either in a triangle or WXY, which will hit a little bit lower level. So here also, I don't want to jump into conclusion, actually make this wave 4 looking for a wave 5 higher on the upside. Of course, today I think we have a first announcement that after a repair, the gas is flowing back from this pipeline that was on the maintenance or on a regular service. Europeans was pretty much afraid that maybe Russia would not renew the gas supplies delivering by that pipeline to Europe. But today I hear on the news that gas started to flow. So I think this price will also stay, as I said before, seasonally in a sideways manner or in a more complex manner before we get further higher towards September, October, November, when seasonality will kick in and push the price above these levels around 14, 15. So copper is still moving lower. So let me just shut off this. I was looking some correlations. Yeah, so potentially this might be some type of a five-way move. I definitely still don't have signs that copper should continue much further lower, except at some decent corrective pullback, maybe one small push to the downside. That will be a part of a potential flat. Longer-term chart is a bit tricky. I will deal with it with the next crypto lab. I have some wave counts. I would like to pair them with other macro outlook, and I will show you that. But for now, potentially this is still not a completed five-way move. I will not mark this as some type of an expanding diagonal because proportionality looks really expanded here. It can be, but I will still hold of a traditional potential five-way move in the C wave instead of making some mumbo jumbo with this expanding diagonal in a wave C. So total crypto market cap is actually defending this 38% retracement. As you know, we have been looking already from March 2021 for this correction in a Bitcoin. We might be done. We still need to have a full five-way swing on the upside. If not, this might turn into a longer-term triangle. If we move this wave 3, the picture doesn't change much. We are going to go towards halving just in a little bit more prolonged manner, because this can also be a 3 waves down in triangle. We will move up in A, up to let's say 33K on Bitcoin, 1.3 trillion. We can correct and then move further and make some consolidation before we move up. Anyhow, as I said before, and observing these lows here, just that we underlined that we didn't change our opinion in that respect. So I do think that this is, as I said before, the last lows that we're going to see in this potential consolidation. And for now, it holds, it starts to consolidate, making some basing process. So to confirm a potential reversal or some other form of a correction, most likely in triangle, we need to see 5 waves up. So this is still not out of the woods. We are trading within and on the border of the corrective channels, as you can see. So I will give it a little bit more time. If we pop up and test this 1.3, 1.4 trillion, we will be definitely out of the woods with the potential continuing higher, either immediately or after some time of a consolidation. So let me go and show you the chart on Bitcoin. So same thing, Bitcoin is battling now to regain, actually to close weekly candle above this 200 moving average, which we have observed many times in the past. The same occurrence, we go down, we consolidate a little bit. Here it was immediately, here it took a couple of weeks time, and then also here we didn't broke in 2018 lows, 200 moving, we broke on COVID, we consolidated a week or two, and then continue. And here we see a little bit longer consolidation, and now attempt actually to break and trade above this 200 moving average. Of course, it's going to be a battle. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 weeks, we are already trying to break this 200 moving average on the upside unsuccessfully. And yesterday we had a first sneak peek of the air above 200 moving average. And of course, if we see a weekly close above it, that will be a strong sign that probability of Bitcoin continuing higher will increase greatly. Okay, so I do expect to see 5-way move up to this 30 to 33K, which will be a part either of a bigger triangle or the end of wave 4. 5 waves up and a pullback will definitely create some new opportunities, especially for our members. We are already long from 900. We also picked up some profits in this consolidation here, trying to catch, but this is kind of a fishing game. You need to go back and forth, just manage your risk. Potentially, if you believe in the idea that this will actually be transformed in a full 5-way swing, which I do. On some other cryptos, we are trading much higher above 200 moving average. If we look Ether, as you can see, Ether is after placing low around our levels at 38.2%. This is also stands for Bitcoin, and 1618 internal relation. So we do also see this as a wave 4, or we are going to see same exercise, wave 3 here. This is a part of a bigger triangle. We consolidate a little bit more and then go up to new highs. But even in this case, this will be the last low that we are going to see with this value if we get a 5-wave move on the upside in any form. So if we get 5 waves on the upside moving in the region of 1.8 to 2000, that will mean actually this is either an A, B up in C, so we can actually draw another, let's say, a nice triangle here, and actually confirm that this was the last low. We will see a little bit more consolidation, and that will pair up with halving of 2024, and we're going to continue up towards 7.8 or 10,000, which will be the next target post-triangle trust. So this is still just a projection or just a thesis. But with experience, you get to recognize these small clues, especially on the inside of this potential correction, or on the development inside and an impulsive move on the upside. So that I think will be recognizable and seen. But anyhow, the point is that if we hold this 200 moving average, starts to actually defend it and continue on the upside, I think that this low will be the last traded low for some time on Ether as well. Other cryptos are also moving up. We have seen a nice moves on many of them. So I've got a lot of questions regarding Ripple. So I've been very clear on the Ripple chart, at least as I see it, guys, for the last couple of crypto labs. So I just see Ripple trading in potential triangle with a consolidation still within the time of this second wave. So this is the data which has been missing. That's why I put this here to be real data, so you can see it. So I do see this as a 1-2, a very sharp wave 3, consolidation in 4, and small move on the upside in a wave 5. So potentially consolidation is still unfolding. This will be a 3 waves down in A, 3 waves up in B, a little bit of a more complex, so A, B, C, X, A, B, C. So this is also A, triangle B down in C, may be completed. We go up in D and E, and then potentially we can further break on the upside, but this is definitely much closer to 2023 than now. Okay. So yeah, that's it, guys, for the overall presentation. So the conclusion is we still expect our thesis that we have been looking for the last couple of months, seeing some commodity charts that this actually goes through the pipeline into inflation figures. As we saw that energy and food for the last CPI was, of course, the biggest thing in these new inflation numbers. So as the prices fell for the last couple of weeks, the data will slip through in the next couple of readings. So we do expect this to go a little bit lower, which will give us a little bit of a relief, I think, additionally on the markets, and then we will go from there. So currently, Bitcoin and Ether are potentially developing a very important threshold, very important sign if we see 5 waves up. And further consolidation above 200 moving average, especially weekly close above it. That will be also one of additional pieces of puzzle for us to think that actually the 17 and between 17 and 18K was actually the last low for some time to see. So let me look your questions and comments. Good morning, Black Max. He wants Phantom review. I like this being direct. Good morning, Phantom review. Thanks. So very good. Can you check Matic? Yeah, I did show Matic, I think many times, to be especially bullish on it. Matic, let me see. Yeah, Matic is actually, we are looking for a potential 5-wave move on the upside, as you can see here. So still, we need a couple of legs to develop. We are trading now at the equality, but we traded above the equality or measured move. So I think we are going to further go higher also in Matic to form a first 5-wave move. So dependent on these developments here, I will of course direct our members to behave and how to behave on a corrective pullback. So for now it looks pretty nice. Phantom, let's look Phantom. What's going on that guy? Yeah, I do see Phantom potentially also either as a finished wave 4. We need to see here a 5-wave move, which we still don't. As you can see, we still see only a 3-wave move. So I need a 5-wave move from here actually to confirm either a wave in a triangle or a 4th wave low. So 5 waves are necessary and Phantom trading around 1.212. Okay, challenging this previous swing high. So for now, this is not enough for me. It's nice, but I don't see a 5-wave development yet. But it's nice. The recovery, definitely it's nice, but it doesn't tell me much in this stage. Hey Oleg, how are you? Thank you. Happy Tuesday to you. Oh, hi Gencho. I'm so pleased that we can review something which will be interesting for you. Let's see for you Solana. Yeah, we are looking for a potential wave 4 or wave 2 on Solana. So we need more. This is just a 3-wave pullback. So I need more development to confirm the reversal, which I think is going to happen. But until we have that, we cannot actually anchor that. Let me just go quickly to gold and silver because, as usually, I forgot. So gold is still moving lower towards our fib ratio, which kind of pairs up with a reversal on US dollar as we time it. So we might have a pullback, another move down, and when the dollar makes some high, potentially gold will make some low. So I do still think, and you know that I've been very, even from here, very suspicious of a gold continuation on the upside in this stage. So our secondary scenario is actually unfolding, and we still need to see a confirmation in a full 5-wave swing. But I still, this might happen in September. August, probably many traders will go on vacation, so liquidity will become very scarce. So be careful on October. Usually people should actually not trade anything in August, sorry. Because it's a vacation time, liquidity goes out and you get some mishmash of the price, wrong price signals. So we usually, when I traded FX, we avoided last 15 days in December, and we also avoided August as a trading month. So silver, same. I still do see a potential moving further lower towards this 15 to 16 levels. So a pullback and then a confirmation that we're going to go further higher. So let me go back to Solana. Okay, so Solana, let me see this on a Binance feed. We have this on our preferred multi-wave charting package, which is a bit specialized for the Elliott Wave geeks. Solana, yeah, still in a corrective channel. So I would like to see some type of a really advance on the upside. I still don't see that. This can be a 1-2 or some leading diagonal in forming, or we have a 1-2 and then a continuation on the upside. For now, we don't see that. So I'm still waiting the confirmation that this was a final low, and I still don't see that. So Solana is still a question mark. ADA actually came to our last resort levels for the correction, as you can see. So we have traded lower as we looked on the last crypto lab, I think, towards this equality. And we have some reaction from that levels, as you can see, a small push on the upside. Can we say that this is still a 5-wave move? You can make the case that this is some type of a leading diagonal in 1, down in 2, wave 3, 4, and 5. We have to measure, of course, if this is, if the wave 3 is not the shortest move. So we have to do this as a 1, down in 2, up in 3, 4, and 5. So I do expect some type of a consolidation before we continue possibly higher. So we might say that this is a beginning of either a bigger correction ABC, but after this correction is done. So it doesn't look so bad, I would say, from lows. Okay, guys, CKB, Nervos. I don't know if I ever saw that. I don't remember I ever saw that. CKB, Nervos Network. Whoa. It looks very nervous. Definitely, as I see the chart. It looks very nervous, definitely. I like that. But the chart is basically not much readable. Usually when I don't see immediately or after some couple of seconds of observation, I usually don't analyze it. I switch to a clearer chart. So for now, what I can see here is just a consolidation. And my point, how do I approach these charts, which are basically looks as a scattered spaghettis? I will usually do just equality, and that will be something that I will look. If I see a 5-wave move on the upside breaking the channel, then obviously I will become bullish. And on the bearish side, I will look for lower levels around equality to position myself for a potential further upside. So I cannot derive anything as a wave count is concerned from these small data points that we have here. Also, RSI on weekly is around 33, so it has a little bit more space to the downside, which will kind of pair with this measured move over equality levels here. Okay, guys, so let's see what else. A little late today, but glad to join the stream. Okay, Lawrence, hello. Adman, we have looked ADA. Let me see. Samara Saed. Hello, Samara. Strange cryptos today. What is that? VIR USDT. Okay, so that's USDT Victoria. Okay, let's look that. I don't think I ever saw that. Maybe it's a new one. There is a Virtue Poker. Didn't know this one exists. So let me just read once more. VRU. Yeah, Victoria VR. Okay, so yeah, still same thing. I mean, I cannot see anything in this chart, guys. Very small time frames, very small data points on a higher time frame. This is daily. So if you observe this from this perspective, for now, you will only see a 3-wave move lower. So I don't have any orientation. As I said, usually if I will trade this, I will probably go on a smaller time frame and wait for a break of these levels here in a 5 waves, and then I'm probably going to look for a pullback to maybe in continuation higher. So for now, I don't have much to tell you really, because usually, as I said, what I do, I will put a channel if this looks like a small consolidation before we continue lower. I mean, that's how it looks like to me in this moment. So I don't have really much of a data here to analyze this in a context of a bigger time frame, because what you see from highs, you see a potential 5-way move lower, some type of an ABC pullback, and then you see a 3-way move lower. Potentially you might see even 5, and then these two legs will be equal, and then from there you can expect some reversal. But for now, this still doesn't smell like a sustainable reversal to me. Okay. Yes, Adnan, we have looked the silver chart. I do forget sometimes. I apologize for that, but I remember that's what is encouraging. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up. 34 minutes. I'm tending these crypto labs to be shorter, just to leave you enough time for some other stuff. Markets are open or will be open, are open now. I'm going to take a small vacation, but I'm going to do crypto lab. So the next crypto lab, I will be waving from some coast to you. Finally, I need a break. But I will do a crypto lab. So we're going to continue to monitor that. If you want to check us out, tradinganalysis.com. You can check the crypto service. We have lots of stuff sharing with our members. And also we do swing trade. We also have a couple of insights on larger time frames, and we constructed some of, for informational purposes, portfolio of cryptos that I think might survive. We have all sorts of things for our members, so if you want to take a trial, check us out. Please do, guys. So okay, guys, so have a nice rest of the week and day. Very important thing to pay attention, weekly close on Bitcoin above 200 moving average. That will be very significant. So I think the next 2 days, it will be definitely a fight for Bitcoin to close above weekly 200. See you guys next time. Hit the like button, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Bye bye, guys.